What's going on, guys? Just give me like a minute to set up everything. I kind of dislike the fact that my SD card sometimes doesn't really work. I don't like that fact. It kind of makes me a bit angry, but it's okay. I have to think of a Splatfests name, by the way. I'll just forward. Get this closer to me. Yeah. Hey, so what's going on? Good morning. Well, actually, good afternoon since it's like 3 p.m. for me. Almost. What's going on? I was thinking if you were doing Saturday or Friday. I want to do Saturday, although I don't want to have a bunch of mirror matches, so I don't really know. It's the best day of the weekend. I would personally say Saturday, although Friday is a close second. So, I really don't know. I don't mind Sunday either. Although Sunday will probably have just like, we'll probably not have that many people on there. A nice afternoon? Not really. This is technically my morning because I woke up 2 hours ago. So I haven't had an actual afternoon. Alright, let me just get the posts on Discord going. I have to get that new Salmon reward. Because I don't think I have it yet. Alright, now I can close Discord. Are you going to do a stream playing Cider? I don't even have the DLC yet, so I don't know. Probably. Although, I don't really want to stream story mode games. Like, I wouldn't want to be streaming anything that's a story mode thing unless it's already been played for a long period of time. I want to make those into videos. Should not be up. What's keeping you up, Dawn? I know it's like 8 p.m. over there. It's not 8 p.m. It's 9 p.m. over there. It's not too late. I just know you feel bad. I don't know what team you should pick. I haven't even decided that one yet. I haven't decided my own team yet. Yeah, I'm playing a game on the side, by the way, just so you guys know. See you, Jero. Who's on the enemy team? Thanks, man. In that sports event that I showed you, Don, I'm still like pretty far behind. The game had me slow for a bit, but now I'm actually getting stuff. It actually gave me stuff that I wanted. So I'm actually moving quite quickly now. I'm actually getting out of. I got out of rank 23 earlier. So I was stuck in 22 for most of yesterday, and now I'm making quick progress towards rank 25. What is my team is using? They have angle shooter, so they don't have too great paint output. Early bombs for that matter. So I gotta try and play a little bit better to carry these guys. I haven't played Splatoon in a bit of time, so my bow skills will probably be a bit rusty. Come on. Ah, that could have killed him. If he hit the wall, it would have killed him. Nah, it's a bit rough. Dang it, I died. But yeah, what's everyone else doing right now? Because I haven't done too much today. At least not much of importance. Aw, man. You're now 2,500 in zones? That's actually pretty good. Actually good. It's good to know. You have about 3 more weeks to maintain it. I wouldn't try and maintain it now, obviously, but you have about 3 weeks. Just about. Okay, I got it. That's bad because you're close to losing it? Oh, yeah. And I think your current power is like 2,100, I think. So if you can get about 100 points, you might be able you might be able to maintain it. I don't know where top 1K is right now. I could probably try and estimate it. Ah, that didn't do anything. Oh, okay. You're actually pretty high. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. You're actually pretty high, then, so it's gonna be a bit harder to actually push up. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And this is why I can't have my SD card in my Switch. I can't play games. The tiny amount of Splatoon 3 that's on the SD card is killing me, man. Like, I don't like this. There was a good X zones rotation on Wahoo. Ship shape problem is that I'm sick, meaning I'm not at full skill. Well, your body won't have the energy to do it. Especially since you had a fever. Like, you have something serious, you can't really spend too much time on other stuff. Alright, hold on. I'm trying to reopen this game, man. This is hard for no reason. I don't know if I asked the question, but, do you think you got sick from school? Like, where do you think you got it from? Since I was talking with some friends yesterday, who said they were around, another friend who was sick, who probably has COVID right now. They've been sick, like, pretty much heavily the entire year. And they're probably going to be sick over the weekend. I should be fine, but I found it a bit weird that, like, I have all the protection that they need, that they could use, but they just don't take it for some reason. Like, they're like the type of people who hate, like, having, like, blisters on their skin, but wouldn't shower, I feel, to get rid of them. No clue. Yeah, I get that you stay away from others, but even if you do that, that's like part of it. Since stuff can linger on surfaces and in the air. So, like, for example, like, even if someone who's been sick left the room, that's still floating in the air for hours or possibly a day or two after they leave the room. So people who come in afterward, even though there's no one sick in the room, they still get sick because of the previous person. I hope that kind of explains it. My school has decent air filtration, so you're only likely to get sick if you've been, like, next to someone who was sick in some way. Like, if you're in, not arm's distance, but if you're sitting, like, close enough to each other, you probably would get sick. So I think I have an advantage in that sense, where the school actually don't have to worry about long-range transmission as much. It's more, I have to worry about short-range stuff. I don't know if your school has a good filtration system. If they don't, then you probably got sick from someone else indirectly, who wasn't even in the room. Or from someone who was across from the room from you. That's how I would say it, at least. Because I think they did a study in South Korea, like, they have max mandates over there and stuff, where people do it regularly. But people who still got sick, even though they had no contact with others in the apartment, got sick because air from other apartments was coming into theirs. So a person who was sick in one apartment, the air from that apartment moved into the other apartments and got everyone else sick, even though they had no contact between each other. That's what I think is what got you sick. It makes it look like extremely hard to do anything. I think that's also why, like, people say you can't really blame people for getting sick. It's so hard not to. Like, you can get them to do stuff to protect their health, but even if you do all that stuff, there are still people who get sick. Unfortunately. Like, that's how bad it is right now. My school has no air filtration systems. Only thing we do is open the windows. See, question in Germany has the lowest IQ. Opening the windows is a good thing. Although, it really depends where that air is moving to. Because if the air is coming from the window, it's probably getting pushed toward the doorway. So if you sit next to the doorway, you probably are breathing in everything else from everyone else in the room. Versus if you were right next to the window. That's presuming air is coming in. If air is going out the window, then the person sitting next to it is at the highest risk. I think my school got it in. I think my school they installed that air filtration system in 2021 early, when most kids when people like me were remote. That's when they got it in there. Like, no doubt, it helped a lot. So it actually will be far easier in my school to get everyone to not be sick than in yours. Simply because you guys actually need to build the school properly to stop it. Yeah, you sit next to the door, that's an issue. For me, when I usually sit in class, I usually either sit in the middle, but I don't sit right next to the front door. Like, even though people are always talking on me and I have, like, the mitigations to do so, I'm usually not next to the door. Like, the air flows away from me half the time. That's also what I do outside when I'm eating. I try to face in direction away from the wind. Like, if there's people who are playing and the wind's blowing from them, I'm going to be trying to move upwind from them, so I'm not getting sick. That's what I try to do outside. And it works. It's a bit hard to get all the right seating areas, though. Like, it feels weird having to keep changing my eating location every time the wind changes direction. It feels weird. Oh, hey, Jay, what's going on? Like, one day I could be eating at the trash can, and the other day I'm eating on the electrical outlet. Like, it all depends on what way the wind is blowing on that given day. Okay, please do not crash on me, I beg. Like, I think, at least for public health, right, the main thing is that you actually need engineers to do a lot of this stuff to prevent people from getting sick. So, like, for example, for, like, tap water and stuff like that, you needed engineers to separate drinking water from wastewater, and that has prevented people from dying of stuff like typhoid, for example. We need the same thing for air, where you need to separate clean air that's coming in from, like, outside, or from a filter from air that's coming out of people. Like, you need it to be a system where dirty air goes out the room, clean air comes into the room, and that will reduce how many people get sick. And then the only thing you have to do then is just make sure people are taking like personal protection, and then basically disease rates go down very low. Like, it's not super hard to do. We just need engineers to get it done, and you need like a scientist who can actually make the models of what's happening, so you can give it to the engineers to actually get stuff going. So ironically, to solve this problem, you need mathematics, and chemistry. So I have to probably learn math more because I should probably be better at math, but I'm lazy, so I have to stop that. Math is gonna help us. Out of this mess. Hello? Oh yeah. I can't roof slide fast enough. I think for like biomedical studies, which I want to do once I get into college, because the current college that I want to go to put me on a wait list for some reason. So they want to see my mid-year grades. So I gotta make sure those are good. But I have to go back through my chemistry notes I took in junior year to make sure I actually know what I'm doing. Horrible idea, but I'm on Splatoon 3. Yo. I really need to do another talking stream. I feel like I need to do one of those. Like, if my SD card gives out, I probably should do a talking stream. Because I know it will give out, because it's terrible. If you're gonna play Splatoon, I think you're probably gonna be playing Turf 4. You don't want to be doing anything too stressful. Oh. There we go. Oh, wow. They were right next to me, and they somehow dodged that entire thing. Okay. Sure, game. That makes perfect sense. Got him. Oh, come on, man. Forgot about the Samper nerf. The ink efficiency nerf, or the, I don't think it's the ink efficiency nerf. Let me draw that back. You mean the hitbox nerf, I think, right? Didn't they nerf its hitbox on one of its attacks? Oh wow, I'm dead. Yeah, I think they nerfed one of its attacks by 10 ticks of damage, didn't they? They made it 10% shorter in how wide it can attack. They nerfed charge paint? Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought they also nerfed the hitbox of one of the slashes. Not just the paint. Unless they didn't change that at all. And I'm just seeing things. I might be wrong. Oh wow, okay. That killer whale was actually quite good. That's scary. There we go. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to use the bathroom. I'm going to be right back. I also have to make sure that my YouTube stream is open on my phone so I can actually check chat just in case Wi-Fi goes down. Alrighty, I'm back. Alright. But yeah, I think I should make an actual discussion about how stuff in society can work. I want to relate the scientist, the engineer, and then somehow relate it to the average person in like a 10-minute or so video. I want to try and do that. I just don't have, right now, I don't have a good ability to draw that would be easily recognizable to people. And I don't have enough capital to actually pay someone else to do it for me. I guess I can have it as just like words on the screen, then make a graph, and then try to give it a title. And then try to explain how things work with images in the background of stock photos. Of like a seawall or something. A seawall, like a medicine cabinet, stuff like that. Oh wow, I got rushed. Okay, my team is getting absolutely destroyed. They don't have good gear either. Yeah, they don't have too great gear. Their gear doesn't serve their purposes really. This guy don't try and make a gear set that incentivizes Reef Slider. I can definitely tell that's what they're going for. But I don't think that's gonna really work though. Especially against I think for if they're gonna do Dapple, they probably don't want to be using Ninja Squid and well actually no. Ninja Squid can jump on people. I can see what they're going for, but they need some good supporting statistics underneath their gear to really help them with that. I don't think that's a bad idea, but I think it needs more support. If I could check their gear after this game, I could probably see what they're running. I'll probably check it right now, actually, and see what they're running, so I don't lose this opportunity to get like an educational bit out. Let's see what Donut was running. Try and make some judgment calls off of that. If I can find her. Which is right. No. This is Donut. Hey Cap, what's going on? They are a Stamper player. Okay. Okay, yeah. Their gear, they need more swim speed, I feel. Well, not more swim speed. They have enough swim speed, but they're going to need more... Probably going to need some more quick super jump and some other stuff in that gear. They also probably need some ink resistance. This gear that they're using would need more speed to compensate for it. Oh, welcome back. I need to actually put the Reddit community and actually make it something that's worthwhile, since I don't use it. But I have to find space for whether I want to have it on my phone constantly, or whether I just want it to be a computer thing, and then when I get home I use it prolifically. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet, but it's a good start. Having a Reddit subforum, as well as having a Discord forum. The Discord server is mostly forums. I think that's actually a good system. I just have to actually get people in there to talk and have conversations in there. Once we get there, I think everything will line up into place. Alright, here we go. It's either I win this match or I lose it. Why are you screaming Don's name? What's going on? Oh wow. I got cooked, but it's okay. I'll jump to Vanotless. Oh, come on. Why are they camping there? They don't have much swim speed, that's probably why. Nautilus? I think Nautilus would need swim speed more than it does run speed. At least in my personal belief, it needs that a lot more. Oh, come on. Very dude underneath there. It's a bit unfortunate. Should not be rushing tower. I could jump this. It's fine. That's fine, but I still die though. Yeah. This guy's a bit far behind. Yeah. Oh, they're doing construction in the back. I never realized that. Okay, I lost my series, but it's okay. Still had a better run than... Still had a better run than it could have been. I thought my SD card was going to give out. Which it very easily could have, but it didn't, which is great. Plan blitz. I'll try. I'm assuming you guys were in the same room. I think you guys were in the same room. It's a pretty good locker. Like, people have good lockers in this game. Like, they have good lockers. Olivia. I think that might be Starwolf, actually. I'm not sure. The dog outside is barking. You don't have to feel guilty that you were in the same battle. You just have to answer your question. I might be a bit slow for this, I'm not quite sure. Okay, I actually crushed that roller. What are these guys dying to? My team. Dude, our team, bro. Holding down this line is so difficult. Okay, I say to secure the base. That's absolutely crazy. Alright. Being sick is no joke. Even if it's like a mild thing, it's no joke. Like, there's a reason it ages you faster. Like, I wish, like, people at my school, especially, like, my friends, didn't, like, take it as, like, a joke. To get other people sick. Like, it's not a joke. Like, at all. I don't know why it's a joke to them, but it's not a joke. Like, I don't even think they're realizing that they're literally throwing their lives away. Where they won't be able to do anything if they keep getting sick constantly. Like, it's not good. Like, all those people who who are disabled, like, and can't do too much because of it. Like, they can't exercise, they can't do the things they want to do. Their body won't allow them to. They're too sick to do it. Like, I think people have to realize that disease is just not a good thing for you. Like, at some point, you're going to break, and then you won't be able to do stuff. Like, I think there are people who have ME/CFS who can't even, like, if they try to lift up a cup of water, they get super tired. Like, it's pretty bad after a certain point. You have to limit how much you get sick. And if you limit how much you get sick, you help other people, because you don't get them sick as well. Like, ironically, doing stuff to not get sick helps disabled people and helps people around you. Because it's the same net that's going to catch you. Hey, Jay, what's going on? Like, when you build safety nets economically and for, like, health, those will be the same things that save you later. Like, going to a restaurant and having fun isn't going to be the thing that keeps you from, like, dying or anything. Like, it's going to be you helping someone or trying to build, like, a network that helps people that's going to save you in the long term. Like, the things you build are the same things that's going to save you later. Like, if you just try to have fun, it's not going to work that way, because you're going to get swept off your feet, and then there will be no one to help you. Because you will be the laughingstock by that point. Like, some people ask genuine questions. Like, some people don't know about the things that I do. So I try to help them a little bit and not be mean. I also have, like, other people at school who just, like, they're not even trying to learn why I do things from my health. They just ridiculed me for it. Hey Ashley, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Like, they just have to insist it can't be them. I think people don't realize that, especially for health-related issues, like, when we're getting towards the point of, like, conditions or reaching disability, the doctors are not going to help you, because they don't even know how to. And they might as well flat out refuse to help you, too. Like, when it does eventually happen, there's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that they're going to do to help you. So you gotta take care of yourself and others around you. Even if it feels inconvenient, you have to do it. Where are these guys? Oh. I got swamped by like 2 guys. Sunday, I guess? Well, for your team? Or is that the team that you're thinking I'm playing for? Because I'm not mentioning a team, I was just talking about people. Like, I haven't picked a team yet. Your team? Okay. Why are you going Team Sunday? Well, what's your reasoning for it? Because you might have a perspective to share. You guys have to secure it. It's over. Hey, you're not too late. You're about like 51 minutes off the start of the stream. You're not too late. It's an off day? Okay. That's fair. You got your computer set up? Be right back? Alright. Oh, you're not gonna pick just yet? Alright. Ah, I couldn't dodge. It's alright though. Got him. Oh. I kind of made a mistake there. I probably should have not moved up so far. The wheel is going to decide. What, between all three options? It's a bit rough. Ah, it's not working. These guys have to really just maintain it. Okay. They stopped it. These guys, man, I swear. This guy is terrible at defending. These guys are terrible at defending, I swear. Take this, back right up. Oh, I can't jump. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, they meant to defend at the end there, which is good. Okay. I got the 4-star badge, just gotta get the 5-star one. This weapon was pretty hard to use. It's not so bad to use anymore, though. Like, I can shoot down pretty much anything. I just have to get my aim to be more stable. What's funny? What do you mean? I guess you can tell me, yeah. I have time to listen to it. I'm guessing that probably Sunday got picked, even though that's what you were saying earlier. Yeah, I thought so. These guys really need to clear out the base. I'm actually serious. These guys have to do something. My squeezer can't kill someone who's right next to them, I swear. They should be able to do that, but clearly they don't know how to aim. At a DC though, so I guess it's alright. I should have reefed a bit earlier. Maybe, I'm not sure. It might have hit that little hump at the bottom though, so it probably wouldn't have moved forward. Oop. Yeah, I think we lose. I can't really mind that. Yeah, we had a disconnection. The squeezer left. I think their Wi-Fi probably cut out, or they had bad internet. Because they briefed one. The whole point was briefly not shooting anything, so someone had to be disconnected. But even before the DC, they couldn't defend anyway. So it didn't really matter that they disconnected. It just means that I won't lose anything. And neither would the two people who actually stayed in the game. So it's technically a benefit that they actually left. Nah, we go again. An hour. On the farm ability chunks now? Okay. Good luck with that. Don't know which method you're going to be using, but try and use the method that's going to get you what you want specifically. Which will be using food tickets. Well, not food tickets, drink tickets. Salmon's a good place to get chunks, but not a good place to get specific ones. Okay. How did I not kill them? It's a bit awkward, but okay. Assuming the hitbox just didn't reach them. Yeah, I'll pick this up, but I'm not gonna pick it up. Guys. Boy. teammates are just feeding themselves to the enemy at this point. So I have to be a little bit more careful. So I'll make sure that this is well painted so I can actually camp up here. Okay, I didn't pop that fast enough. I think that's a fire truck. The ambulance sounds different than that. I wouldn't be surprised if it is an ambulance, though. Car crashes with now people in hospital and all that. I wouldn't be surprised. But I think that's a fire truck, so they're probably going to try and go stop the fire. This guy's on this side. This dude's just pushing straight in. I don't know what he's doing. Okay. Okay. I'll pick that up. Okay. Take the slow route. It's a much better way to get stuff done. Okay. How am I recovering while playing? Not sure. Oh, well, just as like a reminder, it's just your immune system's why you feel sick. So, it's either getting tired or just doing something good right now. Okay. We still need to get points though. I got it. I'm cooked, bro. I hit that. You're probably not feeling as much pain, so you can concentrate more. That's probably why. Maybe. I'm not quite sure if I want to play Mario Kart. Let's check who's online. 170. That's good. I probably wouldn't be playing Animal Crossing today. My hand, man. I'm dead. I'm fighting the Triceratops that was on my team, so let's see how well I can actually fight against a Triceratops. This guy is insane. This guy's insane. I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. Especially when they probably can't fight because they're just camping there. I don't really do private battles. I'd mainly just do Mario Kart. Extended. Like, I don't do private battles too often. That's more of a thing that Ruby does because they do glitches. But for me, I don't do private battles too often. Oh, come on, man. That's the craziest fail I've ever seen. That perfectly encapsulates the average scheme. Okay. No, stop being an idiot. Stop being over there. We're not trying to win right now. But they have to be smart. Like, they have to stop being over there. We need to defend. So what they keep doing keeps it's gonna cost them when I have to play against people who actually check flanks. Because them being over there is terrible for all of us. You have a full friend list? Probably because you like adding a lot of people. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, hold on. Escape. No. These guys better stop it, bro. I actually swear. They better be good. Okay, there we go. I just know them since see why they be added for me for no reason. What do you mean by that? Since the way you're typing is a bit confusing. Like, I'm assuming you're just saying, like, you're trying to know them since they added you. Alright. Getting S+ shouldn't be too hard. Guys, just walking straight in. I don't know why my teammate's over there. You should probably stick to the same weapon just so you're not disrupting your muscle memory. Because disrupting your muscle memory is bad if you want to get up into higher ranks. Oh, come on, man. Yeah, because this guy can't even catch the enemy. Okay. Oh, wow, okay. I didn't know this guy was behind me. Playing tackle. Ah, come on, man. I should have squid rolled. It's actually quite unfortunate. They have a bigger penalty that I cut through. I mean, they have the same penalty-ish, but it's not as bad. It's not as bad on them if they fail. Whereas if we fail, it's actually pretty bad for us. There we go. Okay, we fixed that. Let's go. Hey Philly, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. I believe I am. I'm not quite sure. But welcome to the stream. Okay. Thank you. I'm just really doing X-Train clams at the current moment. I was thinking of having a serious discussion later on in the stream. Don't know when I'm going to start that though. And I think I have to feed someone downstairs. I think they only have breakfast, so I probably have to feed them lunch, which will take a bit of time. Oh, okay. Oh, you don't play Splatoon, so you don't know anything about it? Okay. This is a third-person shooter game where you play as a Inkling or Octoling character that has two modes where you can swim through your own ink to shoot fire from your gun, Or you can walk around, which allows you to shoot people and do your other attacks like throwing your bomb, for example. Currently, the game has about... The regular battle has one mode only, which is Turf War, where you have to paint the majority of the map to win. Currently, I'm playing Clan Blitz, which is a ranked mode, and in this mode, you have to get clams that spawn on the map into the enemy basket. Is basically what I have to do here. But I have to move around with my teammates to actually get anything to work here, since I can't make solo pushes. The game has about 4 ranked modes. They have a challenge system that occurs occasionally where they do add random mechanics to the game for a limited time. We can only play it for about a day or two in 2-hour periods. There is a horde mode, which is Salmon Run. And there's also... There's a story mode, and they have side order that's coming out soon. I won't spoil the story mode, though. And side order should be coming out in about 3 weeks from now. Well, not 3 weeks from now. About 2 weeks from now, actually. I would say the game is decent. It just really depends what type of game that you're looking for, though. If you don't want to play shooter games, I wouldn't recommend playing Splatoon. I think I missed that. Okay, we stopped that push. That's good. Oh, you just play fighting games? Oh, okay. I'm assuming you play stuff like Street Fighter and Tekken then? I don't play too many fighter games. I don't think I can really consider Super Smash Bros. To be a fighting game either. It's more of a fighter platform than it is an actual fighter game. I haven't played too many actual fighter games since I've actually had video games in my life. I haven't played too many of them. I know Mortal Kombat is one type of them. But which ones do you play specifically? If you mind sharing. You know Agent 4? Okay. I have time to get some more in. You like to play Mortal Kombat? Okay. Yeah, I haven't played much of it. I've seen it though. I guess what's your favorite part about it, or your favorite character that is? Like, what do you like to do in Mortal Kombat compared to other fighting games that you tend to play? Are there no clams up? I'm out, dude. Okay. This guy can jump it. They just have to not be stupid. I made it all to come to salt account. Wait, oh, okay. I'm assuming your alt account is for HN4. This might, I think Dawn already has an alt account, unless it's someone else's. I'm not quite sure whose it is, but if you mind telling me, it'd be good. Feel it is you? Okay. You know, you can use that as like a Splatoon name, if you want to. I think it'll work. I could've tanked it. The third log of your storyline. Yeah, could probably scrap that till tomorrow, if I'm gonna be honest. Could probably do that. And it'll be better for your health, and then you can make more ideas as well. Like, I think that's probably the best decision that you could make right now. You could do it today, but if you do start feeling worse, it'll probably be harder to concentrate on making the story. I think that's Jelly Squid Diamond. I think that's the name of the person. I fought Jelly Squids in a tournament before. Splatoon. I never really watched that commercial. I don't think I've ever watched that commercial. I know I would have still been watching TV at that time, but I don't think I would have watched it. Yeah. Yeah. Team's kind of cooked there. It's a bit over. Yeah, I never watched the commercial officially. I know I didn't watch it when I was 9 at the time. Well, When the commercial would have been out, I would have actually been 8 years old. I wouldn't have turned 9 until the following August. That was when I was actually down south. Before, yeah, that's when I was actually down south. The people I was visiting at that time was my great aunt and my mother's dad. Both of those people are dead now, though. They both died last year. So, any stories I could have learned from them, I can't access that anymore. Especially from my great aunt, because I believe she was 100. She was over 100 years old, and her grandparents would have been in slavery. So she could have gave me some good stories, but I didn't call her enough. I don't know. Last year was pretty much... Last year and 2022 were mainly just years of change. At least for me. Because in 2022, all the noise that was in the house got moved out by April. And then, like last year, the veteran who was downstairs, who was problematic, died. Like right before us. In, I believe, April as well. So he died in late April of last year. And then, the wildfire smoke came through. And then, I was looking at people playing outside and it felt a bit isolating. I don't know. It felt isolating, but it also felt like, why are they playing outside in the middle of heavy smoke playing football when the air quality is unhealthy for everyone? Like, it didn't make any sense for me. Like, I actually had to be locked up in my room. Like, the flimsy surgical mask that I was wearing was not helping. Like, last year is the year where I actually got, like, all the good stuff I needed. Like, 2022 was the year to get peace in the house and where I actually got the streaming equipment. Not the streaming equipment, but for my computer, it's actually started streaming stuff from my Nintendo Switch. That was 2022. That winter, I got sick a lot because I was eating inside, which is the biggest sin I could possibly be doing. So I learned to stop that. I got my teeth examined as well. And the summer smoke told me that I need to get better equipment because clearly what I'm using currently isn't working. Wasn't working. And then that's how in the summer I got my mom to get me in August the N95s that I used until about January when I ran out. And then I haven't been sick since. So, I've seen people who are like completely healthy at the start of the year who can't clear like a cold now. It's absolutely crazy. The person who died, the veteran who died downstairs was a person who's been here for like 10 something, for like at least a decade. They were in Vietnam during the Vietnam War, but they weren't a very good person. They tend to mess with people a lot. But he died from having he had 2 strokes. He had an epilepsy at the same time when we were down there. Like, inside of his head, he was bleeding. Like, he didn't die a very good death. I think the VA also tried to starve him, because he was, like, faking his food thing. So, he died in April. My mother's father died in December, so that's why I was able to stay home around after January 6th for that entire weekend. That's why I was streaming. Had that many streams come out. Because my mom was in Georgia down there for his funeral. And my great aunt died, I believe, in October or September. But my mom can't really do much about it. couldn't really go down there. She doesn't want to deal with the people down there and her family. I mean, too stressful. She said I wasn't missing much though, so I might have to believe her on her word there. I mean, I don't really have family gatherings here anyway, so. The only real time I had most of my family over for literally anything was my birthday party I had in 2014 when I was turning 8 years old. That was the only time I had a decent amount of people for my birthday. Every single birthday since then has basically been nobody has been here. But 9th birthday, it was in another state, and then every other birthday, no one's been here. They haven't been bad birthdays, I won't lie. But no one's here. I tried it for my 10th birthday to get people to come over. No one came over. That was a bit disheartening. I think it was my 10th or 11th birthday. I can't remember quite which one it was. But no one came over for my birthday. I tried to send them mail. I don't think I remember their address either. Like, I had a friend in elementary school whose mother kind of like prevented. Whose mother was kind of being angry towards my mom. Because my mom wanted to pick him up. So, like, we could have, like, play together. But that went horribly wrong. I think basically every single friend I've lost has basically just been like the parents of the just their parents. It's basically just their parents. It's always been the issue. They're always in the way. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It's just always the parents who are in the way. Because I don't talk to too many people. Like, I know I can be annoying, but I don't talk to too many people. Like, I remember in 7th grade trying to talk about, like, when I think I was talking with a group of girls about, like, sleep schedule and how, although, yeah, it's 8 hours of sleep on average, for different age groups of people, it differs. So, for us, we would need to sleep more than someone who was older than us. And I think, like, one girl said, it's still 8 hours. No, it's still 8 hours. So, I guess that was my first experience with, like, people just, like, they hear something that sounds correct, which probably is true, but there's more to it. But when someone else mentions it to them, they're like, no. No, it's this way. Because at that time, when I was 12, the average amount of time that you're supposed to be sleeping, when you're at least in your lower teens, in tweens and lower teens, you're supposed to be sleeping for at least, like, around 9 hours. Like, 9 hours is really what you should be going for. It's like 8 to 9 hours, and possibly 10 if you're a little bit younger than that, is the goal that you should be going for when you're that young. Because you're still developing, and you kind of need to sleep for yourself. And then especially, like, the younger children, they need a lot more sleep. They need about 12 plus hours of sleep to function properly in the morning. Whereas an old man only needs about 6 or 7 hours. Okay. Okay, these guys are coming for me. So yeah, that was a bit weird. Like, I didn't really think I could talk to people that well. I still can't really do it too well today. Like, it feels weird doing it. Even though what I know is probably very important if I would actually mention it to them. I'm just trying to find a way to actually make it make it understandable to them in a logical way. And the things that I'm talking about. Like for me, like when my last day of school, the last day of my school that I was in person, pre-COVID, not pre-COVID necessarily, but the first day at home order was March 12th of 2020. That was a Thursday, because on the following Friday, I wasn't in there, and then I would be out of school for about 542 days, which I liked every single one of those days, because I was able to stream in April and get the Pixel Country Pixel Country on my channel going. I was able to get all that stuff done. I had more time to myself. I could eat in my bedroom. It was pretty cool. I did hear about the COVID cases and people dying, and I did know about the mass graves, like when we had to do that. Like I still remember that vividly. That's why I will never be able to say. That's why I will never probably be able to say that COVID is mild. Could never really say that after seeing the mass graves. Can't say that. Because seeing it like that, at least from like the overhead view, especially with the hospitals that had to be built makeshift, had to get the U.S. Army to even like handle the situation. Like that's pretty bad. There was no personal protective equipment either. Like that was also in May. I had they had jet fighters that flew over my house to celebrate the healthcare workers who were fighting in the hospital system to keep people alive. Like the stay-at-home order officially ended May 15th, but it's not like they fully reverted everything. Like even in the summer, they were actually pretty smart. In cases didn't really start going back up again until winter. Like I remember the summer wave. And then around August and September when I was watching the hurricane season go by, because that was actually pretty fast. Because that was a pretty impactful year. Like I remember in France seeing cases starting to go back up and stuff starting to close down again. Which the big thing to me was like, why would they be opening up if they're just gonna shut down again? Because looking back on hindsight, it just seems like a terrible decision-making idea. I made friends on my channel and they just use it as a chat room. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty fair. If it's the main way that they can communicate to each other, they probably should use it as a chat room. Get to sleep, I think because I go to sleep at 11:30ish. Time I wake up at 7. I usually go to sleep late. And I wake up late. But yeah, I remember in France when they were shutting down the borders again. Because flights to Americans weren't a thing past April. You couldn't go to most European countries. Couldn't go there. And even in the states like up here, if you were coming from a state like Texas or Florida during that summer wave, you weren't allowed to come to New York, and you had to be on quarantine for at least 14 days. I didn't go anywhere, so that wasn't really a problem for me, but still, like, those things worked for a long period of time. Until the winter wave really kicked in, which is, I believe it was referred to the dark winter at the time. The 2020-21 winter was actually pretty insane. Like, that winter was actually crazy. Like, the election was rampant. The election was contested. You had a lot of people dying fairly quickly. Like, and the actual winter weather itself was crazy. Like, Texas froze over by February, and you had a lot of snow, like hundreds of billion dollars in damages. Like, that winter was absolutely crazy. Like, that's like, if I actually have to think about it, that's an actual real winter. Looking back on it, that's a real winter that happened. I'm gonna go download Discord on my computer. Okay. But yeah, that was an actual winter that happened. Like, that was an actual winter where it was somewhat cold. You had major events. Like, that was a winter. The good thing about, at least during that period, was that stuff like the flu was so low due to mandates, because they actually worked, that we were able to get rid of one strain of the flu entirely in 2021, which is probably a very good thing, because we don't want more strains lying around. We want less of them. So not having a flu strain, which I think was the Yamagata strain. I think that comes from Japan originally, or was named in Japan. Like, that strain's completely gone now. These are our policies. Like, those actually work. So they only need to use 3 strains in flu vaccines now compared to 4 before. So that strain is extinct now. I did remember in like March of the pipeline in the south going down. That was kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy. I also knew that Alpha was the dominant variant in the US at the time. Like, I was still remote. Like, that was actually okay for me. Like, I wasn't out there with people. So that was actually pretty good. May was the only real point where I thought, where it was really the first time since about March 2020 where it was actually where effectively, even in like the data would show this. If I can actually pull up BioBot on the side here. Or even like, yeah, I could just pull up BioBot on the side and just pull up like PMC 19. Pull up these websites really quickly. Because the viral levels only goes back to the Omicron wave. Let me actually pull this up. Try and zoom in there. I want to try and zoom in on that point. I want to, but it's going to be a bit hard. I think I should have it in, probably add this into another tab and then try to zoom in. Yeah. Probably try to zoom in. So let me actually try and do that. Just give me like a minute, guys. Oh, the storm is doing stuff. I don't like the Google Chrome is like this. Not Chrome, Safari. It's a bit weird. Well, hold on. Let me go back. Like, hold on. This is 40. How low is this? Yeah, this, where is it? 40. Yeah, right at the end here. Let me get this on my screen. If I can actually get screen display going. There we go. Like, the lowest part of the entire pandemic in the United States was literally in late May of 2021. It was literally right here. Like, after the vaccine came out and a lot of people got it. I think around 60% of people had it at this time. Like, we were so close. Like, it was right there to snuffing it out right there. But then we made the big mistake of opening everything up. And then Delta came in the fall and killed 300,000 people and knocked them out. And then we had Omicron after that, where the virus switched from killing people to disabling them. And we've been higher than this point ever since. even though the pandemic is quote unquote over, it's been higher after this point than it's been before it. Like, even this lowest part after the original wave, like, this was still higher. Like, the lowest point was right in the early part of summer 2021. Like, the chance was legitimately there to actually do something. The chance was there to snuff it out, to bring it to such a low point where it couldn't do much. Where even if Delta did get into the country, if we kept got better masks to people, kept that stuff going, and improved ventilation, the chance of it actually being a problem today would have been so low. But we screwed it up, and now it's still a problem. People are sick constantly because of it. So it's affecting the economy, and we have more disabled people. Like, we were right there to actually doing anything. It's so close. Like, victory was almost there. But no, we had to open up the economy, and yeah, that hasn't worked too well. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, I remember getting Twitter at that time. I remember that. Like, getting on Twitter for the first time was a very interesting thing. Actually, pause that. I don't want to play more Splatoon current moment. Like, getting Twitter at that very moment was absolutely crazy. Like, oh wow, I can finally explore the entire, like, political universe now. I could finally do it. Like, I was actually able to do it. Like, that changed me a lot. Like, actually being able to see everything. Actually being able to see other people, how people actually thought. Like, that was a bit jarring to me. Like, you can see what people like. You can see what people are commenting. You can see all of this. That's crazy. Rayman. I think I learned more about Rayman later. I think that was more of a 2022 thing for me that I learned about. I still need to play one game of that. But yeah, for me, that was absolutely crazy. And then when the summer ended and I had my assignments, and at the same time I got into Splatoon 2 and everything. Like, that was absolutely crazy. Like, we got into Splatoon 2. Like, that summer was pretty epic. Like, even though I had my uncle come over, I had a fight where I got flipped down around July 5th. Around July 5th of that year. Like, that summer was pretty epic. Like, when I did look on Twitter, like, for the hurricane season, obviously, after the previous year, I had Animal Crossing too at the time, but I wasn't really playing it too much. Like, a lot of the stuff that actually happened that I learned about was happening in 2021. That's where I actually opened up everything. 2022 is where I learned everything. 2021 is where I opened everything up. 2023 is where I refined everything. And now we're here, where I'm talking about my life experience during my not during my teenage years. I'm still a teenager now, but during my younger teenage years that have passed me, like, a lot has happened. Hey, Silver, what's going on? Like, I remember, like, in August in 2021, I remember looking at the graph of the amount of people who were dying in the South from COVID compared to up here. Like, it was absolutely crazy. I was like, what are they doing down there? It was that bad that I remember the governor of Alabama had to start recommending vaccines for that reason. Like, they had to encourage their people to get vaccinated as they were dying at such a high rate because they were getting mowed down. Like, it's crazy. And that continued on even after Ida came through. Like, Hurricane Ida went through Louisiana after Laura and all the other hurricanes the previous year demolished that state. And then Ida came through, did more damage. And then up here, it caused like a massive flooding disaster that killed about 50 people. And basically everyone around here was flooded, except for, like, basically me. And people got more work. People who, like, renovate other people's houses got more work to do. Absolutely crazy. Like, all that happened. And then I went to school a week after that happened. A week after we got 8 inches of rain dumped on us. After 8 inches of rain dumped on us up the previous week. That was absolutely crazy. Going to school wasn't so bad. Like, my mom didn't want me to do in-person school in 2020, mainly because she thought that, I wouldn't be able to handle, like, wearing a mask all day. Which, looking back on hindsight, probably a very stupid thing. Probably a very stupid statement now, looking from, like, the future, where I'm like, oh. No, I'm wearing, like, some of the, like heavy-duty stuff. I don't feel a thing. What are these people talking about? And then I realized that, oh, wait, some people breathe, like, sharply. Where they breathe, like, heavily in and then heavily out. And then I realized if you don't do that, if you do that, then, yeah, it feels a bit weird. But if you don't do that, you feel fine. It's the first time I was actually in a school building in a while. It was interesting. I think that was the first year I actually got ill. But I was only ill one time, which is great. I think it was after the Omicron wave, though. Not after, but I think it was either during or after it. Just after it. Because I don't think I knew it was happening until after the fact. And then by the time we got to... by the time we got to, like, March, and I believe on March 7th, not March 7th, yeah, March 7th was when it actually happened, but March 4th when they announced the end of, mask mandates, I thought it was still way too early to be doing any of that. I thought it was still way too early, so I kept going. Even though, like, on Monday when I walked down, it's like, oh, wow, no one's doing what I'm doing, that's crazy. But I'm happy I kept doing what I was doing, because then, after I got to... I got through gym early before the summer wave in June really kicked in. I got through that quickly, so I dodged a big bullet there. Like, that's when I actually discovered the online Twitter community that usually still tracks COVID, where they have the wastewater data, they have the mass data, they have the studies on long COVID that show how much damage it does to people. Like, that's where I first got in the community. I've been in there for about a year and a half now. By this June, it will be 2 years of being in the community. I haven't really typed too much, but it's taught me a lot. Because by the time I got back in school in September of 2022, and I started noticing how many more people were sick, I was like, oh, it wasn't like this last year. What's going on here? And ever since then, it's been like that. It was like that for most of the year. I had to finally learn to not eat inside because I got sick about 3 times in 2023 during that winter. I had to learn that, oh wait, eating inside is probably what's going to kill you. You probably should not be doing any of this. So, let's try not to do that. It's also the same time I was streaming. I actually learned how to get my stream setup done by the time I hit November. I was pretty dumb because I wasn't actually recording any videos. It was also when I was talking to someone on Switch a lot more, who currently is constantly sick, but at the time they weren't. I'll check DMs. I have time now. Alright, let me just open up Discord. I love this game. Alright, is Discord open yet? I didn't click on it, did I? Dang it. hear me out on a buff? Okay. You're trying to get a weapon buffed. Interesting. Okay. Still waiting on Discord to load. Okay, is it open now? Yeah, it should be. Why is your stream tag Sigma Civilization 6? That was the game I wanted to play earlier, but then I realized probably shouldn't. I don't usually change my tags, that's kind of the issue. I'll make sure to change them in the future. I don't usually change my tags on every stream. Okay. Oh, okay. The arrow, the missile buff. I can probably show that. Okay, let me read any messages that you sent. Seems like 2 FPS. Yeah, I have Discord open. I have Discord open. That's why it's lagging so badly. I apologize for that. I want to try and like play it. The main reason I don't play it too often on this channel is because people don't really come and watch it. So it feels a bit isolating. Yeah. Show this. What is that? I think that's my mom's laptop. Yeah, I think that's my mom's laptop. Some banger music though. Okay, how do you guys feel about this buff? Do you think we need this for Splatoon 3? I think not this many missiles. If we give them better tracking, I want them to have better tracking and better paint, just not better damage. I feel like nerfing the damage to maybe like around like 30 per missile and like an 80 like one hit would be good. But this would be an interesting idea if they put it in. What kind of toaster do you use as a PC? I'm using a 2017 Mac computer. That's why it's so slow. So I apologize. But yeah, like I was trying to mention, like, it's a lot of stuff I had to learn. Especially when that forest fire smoke was in my area in June. Like, I didn't like that. That was absolutely miserable. Having to take finals when there's wildfire smoke and you're an asthmatic person, terrible. Absolutely makes no sense. And the fact that people were playing outside in the middle of the smoke too was also like, are these people stupid? Like, why? Like, it felt so isolating. Like, why are these people doing that? Like, why? It makes no sense to me. It made no sense to me. Because I couldn't do that. If I did that, I'd die. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it wasn't fair. Like, I swear, man. Like, I feel like in like, last year and this year, I've had a lot of conversation with people where it's just like, you'd rather do nothing than actually protect your health, don't you? Like, a person who was sick a lot last year and whose classmates almost got her to kill herself, actually. They almost got her to actually commit suicide. Isn't going to do a thing to protect their health or their family's health because it reminds them of 2020 is absolutely bonkers to me. It makes no sense, especially since I know, like, you already have brain damage from your previous infections. You might want to tone that down. You already have a disability with your digestion, so you gotta get a grip on it somehow. But no, the amusement park, being in school is more important. Even though they were sick constantly, it makes absolutely no sense to me, and it gets me angry because it's like, it's so stupid, but they don't know any better. So I can't even be mad. Like, it's so puzzling, man. Like, it gets me infuriated. It's the same thing in my school. It's like, you know the person is sick. Why are you talking to them? What are you doing? Like, if you wanted to not be sick, you'd be doing X, Y, and Z. And then I have, like, the same people who are like, why are you doing X? Why are you wearing the mask? Why are you doing that? You don't need to be wearing one. Well, there's a lot of people who are, like, coughing their lungs out and dying. Like, come on, man. I thought we were better than this. I thought we had some intelligence. I thought I actually had, like, people in my school who actually kind of protect themselves. Where there is like one guy who does it. It's like one guy, but like, come on, man. Y'all make jokes about, like, people dying and stuff. Like, that's all you guys like seeing, but y'all can't do that if you're disabled. Like, y'all know that, right? It's so stupid. Like, it makes no sense to me. And for some, it's not even like their fault. Like, they generally don't know their parents, like, force them to come into school. Or it's like, it's the school guidelines. Like, you get an absence. Like, you get an absence 2 days, even if you're sick. Like, it's absolute madness, man. It makes no sense. Like, we have people getting disabled, and the economy is struggling because people are sick all the time. Like, I think I remember a study, not a study, but I think an article talking about how, like, Germany had an economic recession in 2023 due to the amount of people who were sick because they couldn't work. Like, this is absolutely stupid. It's so stupid. Like, we could be doing so much better, but yet we're not. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's so unfair, man. Like, I also remember, like, seeing people who are, like, vacationing. Going to go on vacation to a place that's literally burning. Like, what are you doing? Like, online. Like, it makes no sense. Like, doing literally anything to actually help yourself is unproductive to people. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm here. I think you have me muted for some reason. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. It's absolutely outrageous. Like, they're like, dude. And especially, like, when I try to talk to people and actually try to get, like, an actual answer out of them, it's like, okay. Or something like that. Like, any real actual question I'm trying to, like, answer that's, like, will fit the bill, like, oh, my parents are obsessed about, like, this, so I try to, like, I remember, I think I talked to Moon, and they were talking about, like, my parents are obsessed with COVID, so I try not to think about it. But the question I need answered is, in what way? Because if I understand that principal question, I can literally figure out everything that I need to know about what questions not to ask. Like, if they are obsessed with it in the way where, like, they don't want mandates or etc., I know it's going to be almost impossible to give them resources on how not to be sick. If they parents are like the people I see on Twitter who I listen to, then I know, okay, they actually have a chance, right? They have a chance to not be, like, disabled. They have a chance. Like, they have a chance to do stuff, they're just not doing it. So now I have to think about, how do I break through them? How do I break through that mind barrier? How do I break through that? Like, it's so hard to do all this, man. Like, all I could do, like, I can spread awareness, but I'm really trying to break through people. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's trying to reach in there and pull them out of that state. It's so hard. Because you know they're good people. But it's like, you have to put so much work into this, man. Like, it's not funny. Put so much work in it. And it's unfair because there are people who try to protect themselves and they still get injured. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I picked Saturday, by the way, just so you guys know. Like, it doesn't make any sense, man. Like, it's infuriating. Like, wish they knew. I'm not sure if I'm going to end the stream right now or if I'm going to do something else. I'm like, my brain's completely, like, is in, like, a fog right now because it's dark outside and I have to feed the man downstairs. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, but maybe I do something else later. Who knows? But yeah, like, my chair is also trying to break on me. Yeah, there's, like, so much stuff. And then, like, I think people, like, forget, like, a realization that you have to protect your health and the health of others if you want to do literally anything. Like, if you're trying to protest for people, or you're trying to build something, or you're trying to make art, or you're trying to, like, make edits on a computer, you have to be physically fit enough to do any of this. If you get sick or, like, get disabled, or you have, like, a new brain problem that makes you unable to remember stuff, or you have cardiovascular issues that make it harder for you to run, or escape someone who's trying to harm you, like, you're cooked. Like, you have to make sure that doesn't happen. You're cooked. Like, you gotta fix that. Like, these are things, like, people have to realize, like, if you want to, like, become an artist, you need to be able to use your hand. You need to be able to have a brain. Have your brain is able to work and focus on something. And not have it forget constantly what you're doing. And you need to have, like, support around you and people like helping you give ideas, or just having like a support system for yourself to actually be able to make the art in the first place. Like, you need all of that stuff to work. If something is off in that equation, you can't make art. You won't be able to. Like, same thing with like, just learning to like make music or something, or like learning to do an engineer or anything like that, or playing a game, for example. You need to not be disabled to be able to do these things. You have to not have damage to you to be able to do the things you want. Like, I'm asthmatic. I can't do all the things other people can do. Like, I can't exercise at the same rate that someone else who doesn't have asthma could do. Like, people need to understand that. Like, getting sick is bad for you. It is bad for you. That's literally why we've tried so hard to reduce it in human history. Like, it is bad for you. Like, it doesn't matter if you want to do brunch or something. Like, it's bad. Like, it's bad. Like, people die. Like, people died earlier when they were children. They didn't even make it to adulthood due to disease. People live horrible lives due to chronic disease issues. Like, these things have to be addressed. And it's not like a, how I say it? It's not like vaccine-only strategies work. Like, vaccines are very good. Don't get me wrong. But that's not the only strategy you can use to, like, do anything. Like, this is important. Like, vaccines are good at making sure other diseases can't get you sick. Or make you as sick. They're important for that reason. But they're not the thing that's going to prevent you from getting sick entirely. Like, it's a safety mechanism. Like, it's not just vaccination. You have to do other stuff to make sure that the disease actually goes down so the vaccine has high effectiveness. It can be distributed enough so you have high effectiveness. Like, so much work has to be put in, man. And especially if you think about, like, in case of, like, weather or something. Like, you need people to be conscious of what other things are happening for, like, a decent, like, plan to be built to make sure, like, your city doesn't flood or something. Like, you have to build these things. Like, you need engineers to protect your city from being flooded, or have a fire like destroy the entire thing, or have an earthquake topple it, break it apart. You need a researcher to be able to uncover a problem. You need someone who's compassionate, can actually deliver information to people and get them to understand what's happening and give them the tools to actually allow them to protect themselves. And then down the line, you have actual people who probably can't do too much on their own, but they could talk to each other. And when you do that enough, good things happen. We can actually get stuff done. Like with clean water, it takes a scientist to figure out why people are getting sick so often. You have to figure that out, right? And then you need an engineer to take that data and figure out how do we separate clean water from dirty water so people don't get sick in that way. Then you have to make other products to help people actually get those services. Like, a lot of stuff actually goes into making sure stuff actually works. Like, I can't expect a sick person or an injured person to be able to stay home and do something if their life literally depends on going to a job. Like, there are a lot of people who are ill that have to go places because if they don't, they're going to die. If they don't work, they're going to have no paycheck, and then they're not going to have a house or something, and then they're going to die homeless on the street if they don't do it. So, have to fix that as well. Like, there's so much that has to be done. Like, you need safety nets for people. Safety nets help a lot. Like, that's what's needed to actually help people. Safety nets keep people from dying. They keep people happy. They keep society running. You need a safety net. Building one for disabled people also helps you. Whereas, like, ignoring your health or just doing stuff for fun hurts other people, and it hurts you, and no one gets better. Yeah, like, this is the serious talk. I've been talking seriously for about, like, 30 or so minutes now. I've been talking like this for, like, 30 minutes. Like, for anything to be done about, like, issues like sick people or, like, weather or anything like that, any, like, real problem, like, the problem has to be acknowledged first. Then you need someone to actually then you need someone to actually do something to fix the problem. Then you need someone to actually build something or make a system so people can actually help themselves with the problem. You need that to be policy. Then you need to get people to actually do it. Like, a lot of stuff actually needs to be done to actually get anything to work, which is crazy. Like, so much has to be done. So, I hope someone clipped that, because I'll probably end stream right now, but that is basically, like, how I feel. Like, have to get stuff done. Like, it's not like I don't want to do something because it makes me feel bad. Like, no. You have to do it, because if you don't do it, you'll feel even worse, and then you can't do anything. Because if we know anything about people who are neglected, we don't like those people, and we shame them. So, you actually doing something to help yourself and others around you is good. Because it's not like if you go do something for fun, it's not like people are going to care about you once you become disabled. They're not going to care. Like, you're just a disposable person to them. You got to do something. You got to do something about getting sick. Got to do something about, like, car issues. Like, got to make stuff safer. Because if you don't, and if you are the person where it does actually happen to you, they're not going to care. And since you didn't help people, there's no safety net to catch you. And then you do fall. And people won't care. Because, just another statistic. It doesn't matter. It won't affect me. That's how it usually works. Alright. I gotta go feed somebody. But, just make sure you guys take that, I guess that TED Talk with, I don't know, just clip it or, like, post it on your channel or something. Because I gotta go eat. And feed someone.